Flashing away, Game On Dude walks in. And they're racing. The last waltz off the inside amongst the first to get going with Fair Joy. Morning Song commenced pretty well. And going up there now is Texas Moon, just in front of the Fox Wedge filly, who'd settled behind them, Kazlavska. Then came Piece de Resistance, 3 wide, but easing back now outside of Spookwood. Game On Dude, pushing up underneath of those as they'd settle down is Plead the Fifth, and followed further back in the field, then Fade to Grey. And Magic Empire's next to last over on the inside as they'd worked off the back on that far corner at the 950, and Fair Joy took up the role of pacemaker for Kennedy. It's Fair Joy by 1 length over Texas Moon. Going around them now is Piece de Resistance, sitting out there in no man's land. On the inside, the last waltz is running fourth. A little more than a length, Morning Song, the favourite, down on the inside of Kazlavska. A length and a half away, followed back behind them, Plead the Fifth, Spookwood, then Game On Dude, the grey, who's camped between those two horses. Magic Empire's going to need a sprinkling of luck from well back there, and towards the tail is Fade to Grey. Fair Joy turned at the 400 in front, a length and a half to Texas Moon, and then Piece de Resistance. Down on the inside then came the last waltz, Spookwood winding up. The Morning Song's under heavy duress back in the field, not travelling at all well, and Magic Empire's finishing full of running right down the middle. Texas Moon ranged up at the 100-metre mark. The last waltz got a split down on the inside of Fair Joy. The last waltz driving through on the inside late. The last waltz got the last dive. The last waltz is won from either Fair Joy or Texas Moon. Magic Empire made up many lengths to run fourth. In front there as they'd pulled up, Spookwood. Morning Song under heavy pressure in the straight, followed by Plead the Fifth, Kazlavska, Game On Dude, and then Fade to Grey, and Piece de Resistance faded right out of it to run Stone Motherless. The last waltz, number 6, ridden by Brodie Kirby. Kept pushing up on the fence. Travelled to Fair Joy. And Texas Moon. Texas Moon got the head in front. Fair Joy kicked, but the last waltz with the absolute last dive at them for Kirby right down on their inside, and claims victory in the Iron Jack Maiden. Number 6, the last waltz by Patronise from Balmaressa Dancer, trained by David Harrison for Clive Atwell at Darlingview Thoroughbreds, ridden by Brodie Kirby. You'll find that Magic Empire has run fourth. So those numbers will be 6 from 1, 2 and 8 after the running of race number 2. So the last waltz having her 10th run this afternoon. She had no luck last start, trapped off the track. Got a cosier run here this afternoon from a more favourable barrier and has got the job done at a 3rd run in the preparation. Beating home Texas Moon by Vital Equine out of Tennessee West, Karen Kersley, Paul Harvey, Fair Joy, the Trade Fair Joy Gelding, Ted Martinovich and Alan Kennedy, and the margins are a long head by half a head. The time is 1:26.97. The favourite was really all at sea in the straight. Pike was pushing up but had the Persuader out there just trying to get her to respond, but she looked really flat, Morning Song, and she's only just plugged away and has been well beaten. Race number 3, the Salinger Maiden over the 1400, the next on the card at 24 minutes after 2. And there are no alterations there to the next on the program. As they make their way back into the yard, let's make our way down there and catch up with Gareth Hall. Gareth, the sectional, 36.28.
Yeah, the last waltz took all of the shortcuts. David Harrison, there's not much of her, but boy, that was a good win.
Yeah, it's only a pony, yeah. It was all good, tough little win, yeah, and a good ride by Brodie, yeah.
She's only small. What do you think when you look at her in the mounting yard?
Well, I'm not that tall.
You got a big heart.
Yeah, must have, yeah.
Are you expecting that today?
Not really. I thought she did too much work last start for a little tiny horse, and wasn't the jock's fault. It was just as circumstances happened. But yeah, from barrier 1 today, she was always going to get a good run, and when she jumped that well, I thought, yeah, she's going to run in the money. And I mean, you know, those Patronise, they're tough little things. I think he's leading sire in WA at the minute, so has been for the last few weeks. So he's doing a great job.
Yeah, and obviously those horses have got big hearts, and that helps get over the line sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. They're all very tractable and very quiet, and they try hard, yeah.
Unlike you.
Unlike myself, yeah. I'm very trying.
Well done, Harro.
Thanks, buddy.
There's David Harrison there. And Brodie Kirby, good to see him back riding winners. I think that's his 2nd winner back, is it now?
Very well could be from a Metro winner, that's for sure. But I think that was probably the key to this horse's victory, is to take the Brodie's 3 kilo claim to take 3 kilos off this horse, get the weight down to 53 kilos is probably a huge benefit for this horse, because as you've mentioned, she's very small. There's nothing of her, and I think only carrying that light weight would have been a huge advantage to her. So Brodie will come in and weigh in just a moment. There's a bit of a fan club on the fence for Brodie this afternoon. Maybe some people have got the $31 that was about this horse. Well, I know it was that last night, and it's come in a little bit on race day, but we'll catch up with Brodie now. Brodie, barrier 1 was always going to land you in a really nice spot. Was that where you were hoping to be before the race?
Yeah, like Harrow said, he just wanted to be positive. We just had to get her to jump, and she jumped well, travelled well, and she always felt like the winner. It's just a matter of getting her on at the time.
When you were looking for that run, were you contemplating inside, outside, and wondering where it was going to come?
Yeah, definitely, you always are, and there was a bit of room. Lucky